CTFs. Ay, ay, ay. Here we are. So this is all part of an elaborate campaign. We're seeing another CTF mission done on this, in this AO. I'm not gonna lie, the past, like, out of the last 5 CTFs I've seen in FNF, half of them, if not more, no, at least 2 or 3 have been on this map. There's a CTF to deliver the flag actually to that same site, except the flag was in the middle right here. And then there's another CTF earlier around this AO that I honestly don't remember, but there's been an AO on this island quite a lot over the past few months. So I'm surprised that the players haven't gotten sick of this AO yet. Can BLUFOR see the location of the flag? So how this normally works is the defending faction knows where the flag is. BLUFOR knows where the flag is as well. The flag is updated every 30 seconds in real time. And GREENFOR doesn't see the capture zone for the flag. Hold on, no. GREENFOR is the one attacking. Alright, here, let me reel back. This is how it works, because I thought BLUFOR was going to be capturing the flag and moving it, but no, this is going to be a spaced out defense here. So GREENFOR is the one taking the flag to the capture zone. So BLUFOR and GREENFOR both see where the flag is. BLUFOR is not going to see where the capture zone is until GREENFOR takes the flag, though. So that means BLUFOR is going to have to scramble to make a defense over here as GREENFOR pushes it in. Now, I don't think in Safe Start, GREENFOR can pick up the flag, because once the flag is picked up, then both sides will be able to see the flag capture zone itself. But BLUFOR and GREENFOR can only stay in these designated areas for Safe Start. But what confuses me is GREENFOR has 2 boats. So couldn't GREENFOR just mount the boats and come around with the flag? That would be about as quick as the BLUFOR running over to take it. So I don't get it. I don't get it. That's A-okay. We're starting to see some of these kits go down. So it's going to be BLUFOR as British, which is evident by that flag, against GREENFOR, who are going to be some sort of independent faction based off of CDF loadouts. Chernarus Defense Force. So we'll see how things are done in calibers here. It says there's a BLUFOR flag. Okay, so it... Yeah, but that means that it's GREENFOR capturing the BLUFOR flag and moving it in. So where are these boats? So it's 2 RHIBs. So it's slow. They're slower, but they're saying don't move, but it looks like there's no desync, so it's fine. It's weird. But once we'll know when this round starts, and I'll be able to escort things accordingly. But it's basically an escort mission. So instead of CTF, it's like you could brand this out better as an escort mission, because capture the flag usually means you're defending your flag. But this is they take CTF and instead turn it into some sort of escort thing to get to the capture zone itself. Also, server 1 just ended round 1, so we're about 10 to 15 minutes ahead of them. Interestingly enough. So, with that sorted, let's go ahead and look at our factions here. So, BLUFOR, the attacking faction, which I guess actually is going to mean they're defending, just to put things down. We're seeing G36Ks, so 5.56 rifles, 249s as their squad automatic weapon, 240 Bravos as the medium machine gun in the weapon teams, and then we have Lolo with the Carl Gustav here for the mat weapon, and then I would assume AT for the squads is going to be the M72 La. Yep, there is one. On the other side here, we have, yep, the marksman rifle here, the Mark 11. And otherwise, most of the forces are right here, actually. But we'll see how this small group does. But standard 556 for your British forces there. GREENFOR, they're either going to be 545 or 762 based, which will be interesting. But no, they're actually... They're given the 6.5 Katiba. That gun, I don't know why. Every faction that gets that gun, I just give them the advantage. Even though it's 6.5, it's got the same exact ballistics as any 545 or 556 according to FNF's rescripting model. But that gun just... People dominate with that damn thing. Every time I've seen it in the field, just almost always that side wins. So interesting to see that on this defensive faction here. Otherwise, we got PKMs, more than likely a PKP for the medium machine gun. And the Grenadier weapon is also going to be Katiba with the underbarrel. Iander being given the RPG-32. And the medium machine gun being the PKP. I would assume then, because they're using Katibas, they're going to use the CSAT Bullpop Marksman Rifle. I believe that would be on Scoot, and I would be right in that regard. All right. Still a 10-shot rifle. It's basically just like a bullpopped SVT. Made more compact. But otherwise, everyone's got vests and body armor, and those are all rescripted to have the same armor values, but... GREENFOR has the numbers advantage because they're the attacking faction, so yeah, they're going to take the flag and they're going to go deliver it to the capture zone, which is across a bridge. This AO's already been done, but BLUFOR is going to have to basically sprint over and try to bottleneck, but there's a pontoon bridge made right here. Looks like its simulation's disabled, otherwise you'd see it dynamically move with the water. So with that right there, and then another bridge was made over here as well. That's funny how it cuts off on the map. Actually, that's not even the map border. So there's 3 ways for the attacking faction to cross, but BLUFOR, with its limited manpower, could easily set up a defensive line on these areas, but they're going to have to be quick about it. If GREENFOR is quick, they could probably get forces in boats and move really quickly. The top speed of those assault boats, though, is about 40 kilometers an hour, though, so it's still on the slower side, but I think that would be their best bet, is running the flag over there. But the risk is that if they get picked off out at sea, it's going to make recovering the flag impossible. But I could see them just taking the flag, running up the coastline. That'll give BLUFOR time to go fortify those areas, but I don't know. It's a tough call. Things are going well, Barb. People are asking if you're going to dress up in your maid outfit for NA. So if you want to address the masses with that question, feel free. That'll be next Friday. All right, are you wearing anything specific for NA tonight, or are you going to be normal? You're doing a cosplay shoutcast. Okay, so last Friday of every month. Got it. There's still a fair... Okay, gotcha. So Barb is having some issues with his webcam. I remember we talked about that, so we'll see how that goes. So I gotta wonder who's gonna go for the flag. And they have... Alright, so they put the boats just outside of the area here. And you got people kind of sprinting ahead to check where those boats are. So that means someone has to grab the flag, run over here, push the boat in, and then they'll have to reverse it, which is going to eat up some extra seconds. So Mission Maker actually did his best to try to balance this out here. But I would imagine... If they didn't pick the RHIB, that's the slowest boat we have, at least like for military use, that can carry multiple people. So I can understand why they would take such a thing. But BLUFOR, based off of this map, and all these bridges have been marked, I'd imagine they're just going to triple time it and hold these bridges. And then maybe put 1 or 2 guys over here to watch for the boats coming around. Probably take a machine gun and hit at them from that side as well. You got all these other boats here as well. Interesting. But yeah, take your MMG, go to the coast, lock it down so there's no one that's going to cross, there's no boats that are going to come around, and also deny them to get set up over here. And then just take the rest of your forces and hold these bridges. And if they can hold the bridges, then they'll be fine. But GREENFOR has a lot of really good players on it side. So I'd be a little concerned. Oh, no, not Killer. I love Killer. He's a really good player. A lot of cover to work with on this bridge, too. Not connected to TeamSpeak? What do you mean by that, Barb? And he's bragging about what the stuff he's getting. Fair enough, man. As long as you're happy. So, yes, that pontoon bridge is also blocking the boat from being able to go right up to the capture zone. And I don't think they'd be able to go off that side, because you see the water kind of seep in, but I don't think it'd be enough. So, it's at least going to stop the boat from going right up to that area. So, even if GREENFOR tries to use the boat to get the flag all the way around, that would mean they deploy like 8 people max on this side and rush it in, and that might not be viable. I don't think GREENFOR wants to risk something like that. We'll see how things go. Oh, that came back. God damn it. I apologize. My setting, I don't know why, I've been having some really weird issues with Arma 3 recently. My settings keep getting wiped. And I'm not able to put anything on the Steam Workshop right now. So I need to probably just completely reinstall Steam to try to figure out why things keep getting borked. But it also might be the Windows update, because I've noticed Windows Defender has been a little more active, so it might have just turned on some weird firewall stuff that I gotta go turn off. Even though I reverted the update for Windows because it always breaks my headset. But yeah, definitely a non-linear mission. I'll be curious to see how it goes. Let's give them a warm welcome. Oh yeah, Green will send a lot of people on foot as well here. They have a lot of people by these boats, but those boats can only fit about 4 people each, maybe 5. But this is the CSAT camo, so it's only going to be 4. At least to my knowledge for the vanilla ones. I know there's modded ones that let you take a 5th guy. But I don't think BLUFOR is allowed into this area, which is why it's redded off. But based off of where BLUFOR's set up, I think they're still making plans. But we don't see anyone ready to, you know, go triple time here. Everyone still has their guns out. Definitely a weird one. Hey, Nas, how you doing? So we'll just see how they deploy. We got a few minutes just to try and figure out what happens. Alright, just going through Discord right here, making sure everything's set. Awesome. So with BLUFOR, and we only have 80 people on, so the number, it's like, it's 37 versus 45. The question arises for BLUFOR if they want to set up any forces on these tall hills and try to ambush GREENFOR. And honestly, if I was in BLUFOR Command's shoes, which is Bedokovich, where did he go? There he is. I would honestly just focus on these bridges. Because it's just massive areas of open ground that if they can keep locked down, they'll be A-okay. Maybe send X-Ray to go up on one of these far hills and try to plink at GREENFOR as they come around, but hold your side of the bridge, send a medium machine gun up to the northern side to deny the boats coming around. I think it's pretty plain and simple, and just hope your forces hold. What I'm worried about, though, is in seeing this massive amount of forces right here going to triple time on this far right corner, I think they're going to immediately try to rush up. And that scares me. Because it's 4IB that's going to do that. And we just saw 4IB get dominated by UPSE. So if they run to UPSE, I'd be worried that that same situation might happen again. Or hell, maybe 4IB will just bulldoze everyone and just be able to keep the flag locked down. Who knows? I could also have this mission completely wrong, by the way. I'll know it when I see the movement order start going, but this could be a BLUFOR needs to get the flag and move it, but that wouldn't make sense because then BLUFOR would be the attacking faction and thus have the numbers advantage. There should never be the defenders having the numbers advantage because they already have the defensive advantage, you know? So I think it's going to be GREENFOR gets the flag, moves to the capture zone, BLUFOR is going to beat them to it. But it could also very well be that BLUFOR is not going to see the capture zone until the flag's taken. So they're going to immediately maneuver around. But I'm going to be perfectly honest, if I saw these two extra bridges right here, I'd be a little suspicious. Because those lines immediately get your attention. So that on the edge of the map, that's something that's pretty amiss right there, you know? Real quick, I'm going to tab out. It's Nerdy Hydra adding their Twitch URL, so I will quickly throw that on the multi. Excellent. Hold on real quick. Let me hit that button, and then we'll tab back in. Cool. So who's going to be the flag bearer? Are they going to give that honor to Yanni? Well, it's definitely going to be up to Scandi Recon, who's the Charlie squad, to hold that. There goes the mission. It's actually going to be Azariah that picks it up. So there it is. And they're going to run it on foot, and no one on GREENFOR is going to take those boats. That's understandable, because I think they're worried about how slow those boats are going to be and the fact that that line is going to cut off the flag itself. But now you have BLUFOR doing a massive northern push. We're not really... Okay, we are seeing some elements going left. Actually, a lot of elements now going left, because now they've seen the capture zone light up. They're a little ahead of GREENFOR here, because GREENFOR has some rivers to cross. But you got to also understand, after GREENFOR delivers the flag to the flag capture zone, they still have to defend the flag there for a few minutes, at minimum. So GREENFOR, it looks like they're crossing a lot of forces right here. This river's going to slow them down, but they're probably going to follow up this direction on the coast. And then disseminate out to these three bridges here. And then are the rest of the forces going to follow? Because we also have some BLUFOR elements right here, still laying low as now 4IB's actually turned around and they are now sprinting in the other direction. Now it's just going to be a large amount of advancing and maneuvering here to eat up the initial 10 to 15 minutes of the clock. I'd be curious if BLUFOR tries to set up an early ambush, which I think they are right here, to try to catch any GREENFOR forces that don't cross the river. So again, that flag's position is going to be updated every few minutes. And they're land nabbing to follow this spot where they notice that it's not as steep in the river. Just a bunch of Dylans following Azariah. And then the other half of the Dylans are over here. No one is co-commentating with me. I am solo right now because Barbarian is at the office. I had to let him out of the basement so he could do a job interview. Now you got Arcor watching this direction. Did he get eyes on him? I believe he did, because I just saw legal action, I think, for a split second. I think he's watching for any more. AT was just fired. I think it sounded like a Moz round, though. That would have been Lolo. Yep, he's reloading. I think he's firing that up at X-Ray. Smoke's being popped. I don't see the impact anywhere, but... Wow. Out of everyone he hits the medic. A lot of damage delivered there, and you got BLUFOR trying to pick off some guys on the rear. This is some UPSE members going. They're also trying to hit Guy Fieri there. And they managed to knock him out, and he vaults into the water. Head barely staying above the drink. Now, BLUFOR is actually in a really good position right now. They can concave and eliminate this one group by using that Moz to stall this other force. Really risky to dedicate a small group to try to engage some GREENFOR early on. It's definitely a risk, but it might just pay off if they're able to engage a small amount of forces, even if it's UPSE, because UPSE did so well in the last round. BLUFOR, though, has taken a KIA. That was Wasber going down. And Reaper right behind him, checking his body, also getting picked off. I think that was potentially by Heckfly there. Yep, 2 kills with his PKM. More shots going up here. I think it was by these two. Navy and Hans took some fire. They go back up. They immediately meet some more fire by Gates. Arcor trying to engage on the side. Not sure if he was able to land a kill. Let's check. Yep, he is up 1 kill. And Legal Action and Coda coming down to work on Guy Fieri. Coda trying to cover. I don't know, trading some elements of Charlie 2 for this attack. They were able to take Flood out. Did he get killed by the mat weapon? No, he got picked off by somebody else. X-Ray, I would think. Nope, they've crossed. So that's a very long-range shot for whoever managed... where's Flood? Yeah. No, that's a crazy shot to make. They did some medical on Guy Fieri here. None of them are medics, so I think they just stabilized him. I think Heckfly might pick him up, and they'll keep bringing him. And you got Delta 2 now trying to suppress Arcor's position. Gastel and Sholand returning fire. And you also have this GREENFOR force coming up. BLUFOR only sending a few groups past the bridge, trying to make a defensive line here. We just had McCarthy and Signal get picked off from a lone shooter Purim. Getting a really nice top-down on, but this is what I'm talking about. The 6.5s, I don't know what's wrong with them, but you are just able to engage people from such a crazy range with those guns. Their weapon sway is just minimal compared to other 5.56 platforms or 5.45 platforms, or even the MX. That CSAT gun, I swear, is powerful. All right, but otherwise, GREENFOR is pushing up. They got the flag on the far northern side. BLUFOR is going to know that it's coming along this route. And we do have an explosive specialist here. Has Stark planted anything? Yes, he has. Oh, good man. Right on the edge, too. So he can just wait it out right here. I think he's trying to find a good spot to overwatch this one side. If you were to wait right here and watch forces come by, he could easily get a few kills because that satchel placement is perfect for him. But he just has to be patient. If they bait GREENFOR to go on that bridge, and they cook it off as soon as they see that flag that Az has, they're gonna get quite a few kills with that. What's worrying me here is now we're having those BLUFOR elements pull around. GREENFOR, I think, is trying to flank around instead. Dylan, I think, just spotted someone and got a single headshot pick off there. On who, I don't know. Sholen coming up. Arcor being engaged. Dog4 also being shot at. Sholen getting knocked to his knees there. Throws. How did you manage that? Sholen, I guess, showing that he should have played baseball instead. And his grenade somehow went off into space. His second grenade manages to knock Heck fly out. Arma's a perfectly wonderful game with 0 bugs. They're all features. Dylan and a half trying to come up and cover. As Coda and Legal are trying an elaborate flank to encircle this small BLUFOR group. Meanwhile, you have the remnants of Charlie 2, TSB members, coming around on the rear, but GREENFOR is doing a very big maneuver element here. But there is Legal Action and Coda coming around. Gastel was waiting for him, but he's in the low ground. Takes a few shots, none of them were headshots though. And he's going to be able to live for another few moments. Arcor might come up and try to cover that flank though. But instead he pulls back instead, looking to overwatch BLUFOR itself. UPSE trying to get some shots on Gastel there. And managed to knock him out. Arcor firing up at Dylan and a half as they pull back. Sholen trying to pull over, but Legal Action covers. And I think Legal just ran out of ammo there as he's now fired on by Arcor and Sholen, but I think Coda here is gonna deliver a Hillary Clinton to Arcor. Well, he was able to turn around in time, so it wasn't officially a Hillary Clinton. I'm gonna start saying that, man, from the previous round, the Hillary part. I love it. Hold on. Aim at the balls. Excuse me, aim at the stars. Ducking at the right time, not noticing that he's surrounded by GREENFOR. Hold on. Infidel now looking at him like, hey. I don't get it. Okay, so I think Aim at the Stars thought the 2 guys that were killed off over here were his buddies. And instead, that happened. Infidel literally just looked at him. He's like, wait a second. You're not Scandi Recon. Oh, bang. You know? X-Ray trying to get some long-range shots on Infidel there as Yanni checking up on the bridge. But he is met by Anderson and Wheaton delivering some long-range fire. Flag is being brought up and around. BLUFOR's honestly down a lot of manpower right now. About half their force has been taken out, and it's either re-maneuvering or it's being pushed up and cleaned up by GREENFOR elements to the rear. Sholen trying to come out. I think Guy Fieri just spotted him. Now Sholen taking fire from the left. Enfilading fire being delivered. Dylan's going to come up and finish him off as Sholen tries to move away. And he's knocked out. And even more gunfire is put around. Dylan taking his handgun out, and there he is taken out. So I think BLUFOR just committed too many guys to trying to hold the line instead of pulling them back to hold the choke points, excuse me. And now there might not be enough to hold these choke points themselves. BLUFOR trying to commit more forces back. Archie getting knocked out, though, by Scandi Recon elements. It did not pay off for BLUFOR to have so many forces cover the retreat. How much time do we have? We're still at a little under 34 minutes. And GREENFOR is in perfect striking distance to the flag turning point. There is still a chance, though. But Stark needs to keep his head down, because if he gets taken out, that satchel is going to be rendered moot unless Manfred picks it up the clacker for it. I could see them baiting Scandi Recon to come in here and killing off a few of them with that well-placed satchel. But otherwise, with GREENFOR getting a lot of forces on this ridge, it's going to be tough. Yes, every round of FNF is 50 minutes long, by the way. Someone just got picked off up here. It's recent, too, because the hand's still moving around. All right, who was trying to wipe their ass on duty? Freddy. I just saw Flux also get killed off in this roster as I was looking. He was on the left side here. I guess picked off from... Oh, we can actually see exactly where he got picked off from. Angus was able to wake up and actually get a kill on a UPSE member. Nice. Infidel now trying to deliver some long-range fire with that PKP. He's had some AT get popped up here as well. BLUFOR trying to use some shock weapons. Grenade rounds also landing relatively close. For that range, it's actually pretty good. But I think GREENFOR is waiting for the southern force, which is actually more towards the southeast. Finish encircling that BLUFOR force is coming around. And you're having the 3 TSB guys coming on the rear here, getting a kill. Is that one of their guys? Tommy Slaughter's dead. No. So that's a dead BLUFOR guy. So Yang just got shot in the back of the head. More 1RCC guys trying to push up on the rear. Maybe Yang will wake back up. But those 3 BLUFOR guys for TSB pushing up on the rear of GREENFOR could do some significant damage. It's not the fact that they're TSB. Anyone on the rear line of a massive attack wave like this where everyone's focused forward could just do a lot of damage. Pick up an enemy gun, for example, confuse their audio PID, and get up on a nice elevated spot and start picking off people with headshots. People are going to think that because that sounds like a friendly gun, they're not going to turn around originally unless they see that their buddies are dropping right next to them. And you could methodically pick off an entire squad with that routine. Yang waking back up, CF might be able to push up and take them out. But I've seen that done time and time in FNF. You pick up an enemy gun, confuse their audio PID, and you're just able to do so much damage with it. But you have to be very methodical on who you take out. Because if someone's in cover and they watch their buddy who's also in cover drop, they're going to know, wait, that fire is coming from behind me, and immediately turn around and start yelling. Then everyone's going to turn around and start engaging you. So you only want to pick off people that are exposed to the enemy, because then they're just going to think, oh, okay, that's the bad guy. But there's a lot of mind games you can play in FNF if you have the know-how. So CF not pushing up here to check what's going on. So Yang's getting some free bandage. Oh, I think CF might... No. He just doesn't know. This is what I also love. People get like really close to each other and not realize it. That's why you always have to be doing your 360. Even if you're alone. Look left. Look right. Look left again. Scanny recon. So, my question is Yang going to know that that's an enemy machine gunner? Yeah. I said he throws a grenade. And now Yang's going to be shot at by his own guys. Because he's with them. But I think CF's just going to think that was a GL round instead. He's got to be careful about the direction he crawls to, though, because he might get missed PID, because from this range, it's really difficult to tell. So Thicky, seeing that that was where he got engaged from, is going to start engaging him. Flare popped right on Yang. Had a Moz round fired by the other elements here. And an explosive satchel just went off. And that killed Potato CF. So, who got the kill is my question. Who got credited with that one? Otherwise, you got Roast here. He's going to swim it. You got Stark right here waiting. He's going to pick off Roast if he gets close there, though. Dylan might join him. That's a very risky thing to do. They're doing that because they think they're covered. But Stark's lying in wait. If he's just patient and he sees these swimmers coming up, he can just wait it out, and then when they're closer, engage them. And if they try to climb up, shoot them in the back of the head. Ooh, he just killed a Dylan. Dylan's dead. And I got Stark killing Rusty there. And then Dylan 6, realizing he just got shot ahead of him, is now swimming under the pontoon bridge to try to get on the other side. Great job by Stark there, locking that area down. Previous round, he was BLUFOR command. He resigned after everyone on his command got wiped, but now, as a standard rifleman here, he's doing a lot of damage. Dylan now coming up. I don't think he's realizing where Stark is, and I think Stark's going to get his 3rd kill. He's already on his 3rd kill. Shooting at Dylan now. Dylan realizing where that fire is coming from. He's going low. He doesn't have a lot of areas to maneuver around to. Because if he goes left, he's going to be picked off by the guys up on this hill. Goes right, he's going to get shot. So I think he's going to come up for air for a brief second and then immediately go back down. Yeah, which Dylan? Dylan's 6, because again, there's so many. UPSE's pulling a prank where they have a bunch of people from their group coming in with the name Dylan. I think it's kind of funny to do that. Aim at the balls? Yes. Yes, I did. We watched it happen, buddy. That's why you got a PID. I'm sorry, buddy. I just watched Infidel look at you and go, wait a second. Different uniform. Different gun. Click, 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 click. Bad guy. Well, look at this. Hold on, dude. Who dropped it? Oh, I thought TSB was able to come around and take him out. They did shoot Nemesis, though, and take him out from the rear. He wakes back up, though, and Iander's now looking down in this direction to cover. Nim also covering the rear here. I think they heard those gunshots. Malin hitting Nemesis in the back of the head as he tries to run away. Iander coming down to try to get some revenge. Lolo covering. Iander blind firing at Malin, but is forced to pull back as he's engaged by Lolo. Scandy recon on TSB. It is Civil War at this point. And Dylan 6 sneaking around on the pontoon bridge, but Stark notices him and tries to hit him, but once those bullets hit the water, they quickly lose velocity and become inert. Nim, I think, is trying to run up to hit Lolo here. Catches Lolo bandaging, knocks him out, and eliminates him. Just up to Malin here to run interference. He's the last BLUFOR member left on this side. You got GREENFOR doing a swimming push under the bridge. There's no one on BLUFOR that's covering that vector. Maybe Manfred will spot him. But Dylan, I think he's trying to get behind this area to swim to the rest of the coast. He's got to be careful that he doesn't drown. What's our time? 34 minutes. About another 25 minutes remaining. BLUFOR doing a good job of stalling, but because they don't have enough forces to cover all 3 bridges, you're starting to see members of UPSE flank around. UPSE, when they do flanking attacks, are very, very deadly, and BLUFOR's chances are slipping away here. Malin catching Azarai out in the open and taking him out. Gets a few additional taps. He'll have to go up and double tap, but if he gets on this hill and sees that the flag hasn't really moved around that much, he could stop it. And he could lock the flag down. But Nim instead is going to look up the hill as Malin doing a really good job of flanking around. But he is shot in the back by a different element of GREENFOR who's watching their rear. Multiple shooters going up. Spots Nimia, but gets knocked out by the other shooters. Again, that Kativa 6.5 is just so gosh darn accurate. Meanwhile, I think Dylan's trying to climb up here. He's got to be quick, though. Manfred might spot him. Hearing some distant marksman shots. Nim is coming around. For what BLUFOR has done, they're still giving GREENFOR a run for their money, trying to detonate an explosive charge here, but it's not enough to stall these guys. If BLUFOR just pushed more guys across the bridge, laid more explosive traps, they would have denied this GREENFOR force from coming around, because now they're starting to have to pull BLUFOR back to cover against this element coming around. You got Stark now getting up on this rock to try to stop Dylan from coming around here. And Manfred, he's not looking in Dylan's direction. He just has this nice keyhole here. And Stark's pulling away from where he's put that explosive satchel. How many people are on each server? About 85. So there's about 170 people playing Arma right now, just across 2 servers. I am on server 2, for example. But the NA event will still be 1 server with 124 players on it. So long-range shots going on Nimia. I think she's crippled, as she is now struggling to try to roll down. Takes another hit in her chest rig there, which for FNF, it's rescripted to have a plate carrier on it. And they roll down. So yeah, it's X-Ray's marksman trying to get some more pickoffs here. They're just unable to land those headshots. Stark, meanwhile, not noticing Dylan. Oh, he dead. Definitely. Pops a fresh magazine. Dylan 6 doing his best to go evasive here. Yeah, once the grenade hits the water, though, it's rendered inert. I stand corrected. That's only if for my render, but I was quickly able to float away. Now Dylan's going to climb under, swim under the rocks to get away. Malin still doesn't want to go back up. He's probably going to bleed out. Nim crawling around. Dylan the Prodigy. The Sacred Dylan, realizing that GREENFOR has an opening with UPSE coming around in this angle, he's probably going to run the flag on that area. As we only have 3 of these GREENFOR guys remaining. They lost a man, unfortunately, but they're still putting pressure on BLUFOR's side here, and we're about to have a strike team of 4 more GREENFOR guys from UPSE. Get right up to the bank here. Dylan still under pressure from Stark, and Stark's just waiting him out. Dylan coming up for water, quickly ducking away, though. Really utilizing the fact that when you're in the swimming animation, if you jerk forward, it pushes your head out very quickly. But now Anderson and Wheaton under fire. Grenades being thrown inside. Bouncing off the metal bars of the windows, actually. Anderson and Wheaton able to take out one of these aggressors. RPGs just fired onto BLUFOR from a different direction. But Stark now assisting in the cover here, and now it's just up to Arma Jesus. Just because I give a lot of attention to UPSE and Scandi Recon does not mean you should discredit the members of the 29th ID. They're the home faction of Friday Night Fights, and they are the NA champions for Friday Night Fights Titans. And they will be fighting with Scandi Recon in the Grand Championship because Scandi won the EU branch, but they're still a very nasty group of players to contend with, and they've even set up a suicide explosive satchel if they get breached, just to maximize the amount of players they want to take out. So Stark's now pulled back, looking for Dylan 6. Dylan 6 seeing this as an opportunity to try to get on the coast. Still 25... Actually, when I said it was 25, it was actually 30 minutes left, but we're seeing some 4IB guys getting knocked out. Legal Action, the only... Nope, he still has the other 2, but he's come down slope here, and he has knocked out 3 4IB guys. Dylan spotted, and he gets shot by Stark just as he gets close to the coast. Stark on his 5th kill now. He's going up to make sure he's dead. He's not going to be able to fire underwater, but he is just making sure, checking his body. What a Chad. Just to see if there's anything good. Arma Jesus staying under the bridge. Anderson and Wheaton have pulled back. They're trying to bait Arma Jesus to come up into the air so they can take him out, if they even know he's still up there. But they've got 2 4IB guys here. Now 1 because they're getting picked off while they're unconscious. But what are we at right now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 BLUFOR fighting 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 GREENFOR. It's not looking good for BLUFOR here. So with Stark pulling away from this bridge, we got Scoot and Weezer sprinting across. Stark's right here. I think he's giving up on his charge. Manford getting engaged by Legal Action. Satchel's going off. And there was one right there that went off as well. That's forced these 2 guys to jump in the water for security's sake. Stark might be able to pick them both off, though. Legal Action looks like he was taken out, but Dylan and a half and Code are running up. BLUFOR, I think, is just trying to let bait GREENFOR to come in closer with the flag to let them regroup. Dylan and a half taken out by First Lieutenant Anderson there. How many kills is Anderson on? His 2nd. Where is Martin? Wheaton, though. Wheaton's also on, too. So they've been able to do a lot of holding here. Took out the buildings to deny GREENFOR any ability to hold that area. In order to turn the flag in, they'll have to be in the open. And Stark, once again, I think, spotted these 2 guys and is popping grenades. I think he was looting that Dylan 6's body for more grenades to try to force these 2 GREENFOR guys to come around. But now it's Manford and Stark overwatching these 2 guys because they've gone into a kill zone. And I think Stark's going to be able to get 2 more kills with Manford in that regard. BLUFOR, just because they're down a lot of personnel, by the way, does not mean they're out. They still have 6 guys. and they've been able to get a lot of kills here. Start getting engaged, though, blue on blue. That's not going to help BLUFOR at all. So you gotta remember, when they play on the ground, if you open your map, you will see in real time where all of your friendlies are and if they're unconscious or not, because they'll be a different color if they're unconscious. So you really gotta check the map in these tense situations. But look at this. GREENFOR opting to do a thunder run. Why didn't they go around the other way, where there's cover, to get across? Because it's just a massive kill zone. It's very risky to do, and some people jumping off the side. Arma is, I guess, trying to get up in a position to try to overwatch, but very, very risky, especially considering the flag is on the left side. And GREENFOR still has plenty of time. But it looks like BLUFOR wasn't in a good position to do any sort of overwatch here. Now you're going to see GREENFOR try to take these spots and... get shot at. A lot of fire going out. GREENFOR actually being a little more successful with this thunder run than I thought they would. Stark still trying to lock down Scoot and Gamey. And Dylan the Prodigy. Coming up, he's about to start the timer for GREENFOR here, and GREENFOR might just have enough. I am worried about Coda here for BLUFOR's sake, because he can come up and engage the rear of BLUFOR and do a lot of damage on his own. 10-minute capture time. Just had a man go down, so Prodigy, after he puts the flag down, gets picked off. Stark running up to Scoot as Gamey stays back. Yane running up to try to cover, but he's going to run into two BLUFOR players. And is immediately engaged and shot in the head. BLUFOR might be able to clutch this one. Even though they're down 10 players, but that number advantage has been getting knocked back. Stark running up. He is denying Scoot the ability to get on land. That's hilarious. If you mean join one of the FNF games, use the FNF command. So exclamation point FNF. If you mean my Zeus stuff, then do exclamation point Discord. But Coda's running up. He's probably going to be able to tap Anderson in the back of the head. Anderson's exposed. Coda runs up and does a mag dump. There's the kill. And now if Coda can repeat that action and take out more elements of BLUFOR, it's going to be over. Bedokovic, though, this is really worrisome. GREENFOR is not pulling rear security. Dylan getting knocked out just as Bedokovic ran out of ammo. Oh, almost a blue-on-blue incident here. Bedokovic took some shots. Got Manfred pushing up. Another GREENFOR member taken out. It's just up to Naka here. Because BLUFOR could take the flag and just run with it. Doing some double taps. Coda doing his best to fire at Manfred here. Naka crawling away, only to meet Bedokovic's 5.56. Scoot trying to crawl up. He's now gotten on land. He's going to try to hit Manfred on the rear here with that marksman rifle. Oh, I didn't realize Scott had that. So these two, they need to capture this flag and just run with it at this point. Stark seeing that Scoot's woken. Oh, no. Stark on 7 kills. That's incredible. Coda trying to tap him. Bedokovic taking the flag and drawing fire away. Now Bedokovic is making a run for it. Flag is out of the capture zone. That timer's going to restart. Coda taking fire from Faultly. Stark returning fire. Coda's crippled. Explosive charge going off. Coda getting knocked out. I can't believe this. I think BLUFOR has been able to clutch the W from the jaws of defeat here. Coda getting double tapped. It's just up to Gamey, who swam back to his side of the shore, but BLUFOR only had 6 guys to GREENFOR 16. And I think that's GG. GREENFOR had time, though, to maneuver over here. They should have coordinated with the flag guy, gotten everyone, and come around. and just done a massive assault and overpowered the defenses, but they panicked and instead did a thunder run to try to meet the flag bearer who was already going around. So there's just a break in communication there, and somehow BLUFOR has clutched this. That's incredible. Righto, Foxtrot. I'm glad you've been enjoying it. Start detonating the charge because there's nothing else to do at this point. As Gammy swims up. Gammy's on no kills, though, and has a medic kit. Carl Weezer Gaming. That's what it is. I can't do a Carl Weezer accent, but it's a play off of Jimmy Neutron. T5 Bay coming into the server, so is Clown, 2 other heavy hitters. Multiple people killed in the water felt cheap. Well, here's the thing, though, Chihuahua. They didn't have to come this direction. They already pushed 4 guys across this bridge, and they knew it was safe. So why didn't GREENFOR just reposition their force and come across this safe bridge? And then form a battle line and attack the remaining AO? I'll tell you why. It's because there was a massive breakdown in communication. And Aim at the Balls is mad because he, let me find his body. So he was up here. He didn't realize that his buddies were killed off back here. And Yanni, it was Infidel definitely, and I forget who else, were right next to him. I think it was Yanni. And then Infidel realized that Aim at the Balls was not GREENFOR. So he just mag dumped him in the back of the head with the PKP. I just realized that explosives actually blew up part of the bridge here. I think if BLUFOR knew that, they would have det the bridge early instead, but better to keep the satchels to use them later than wonder if the acid is set to invincible or not. That's okay, Foxtrot. It always goes on sale. But Aim, I might put that up as a highlight because that was pretty funny. I'm sorry, buddy, but it was too good. Maybe add some nice comedic music too. And yes, FNF servers are funded off of their Patreon. There goes my rep. Don't worry, man. At least they shot you in the back of the head and not the balls. Alright, so Carl. It is a 1v4. Anything's possible. But he's fighting a guy with 4 kills, a guy with 8 kills, a guy with 7 kills, and a guy with 2 kills. So collectively, that is 8 plus 4, so 12, 14, 21 kills. So BLUFOR has blackjack. And Carl has none to his name, but he is going to play this extra cautious. Hug the outside of the AO here, knowing that the flag has been moved to right here. That's actually a really good call, because what he needs to do is get in a little corner, find one of these BLUFOR guys, take him out, and then go mobile. He doesn't know how many BLUFOR guys are left alive, though, so going around, being in the open right here is a little bit of a risk. And I think Stark's already spotted him. He's going to get his 8th kill, isn't he? Nope, Stark did not spot him. Wait. As I say that, Streamer's Curse. He readies that GL. Fires it just short of Carl. Did he get it? That's GREENFOR eliminated. Stark getting his 8th kill there. Absolutely incredible. So him and Bedokovich, 8 kills apiece, which means they eliminated literally an entire enemy section. If not more, actually, because these are 6-man groups. So great job to the both of them. Those 2 guys single-handedly killed almost half of GREENFOR.